Hi everyone and welcome back to our Not So Human challenge. You might be wondering, who is the sim that we're starting with here? Well, do you remember that Lillith aged up at the end of the last episode? So I have a lot to show you here. So here is a Lillith as a teenager. I am obsessed with how she looks. I mean, to be fair, I didn't really make her look like a teenager. I tried, okay, but it was just kind of difficult, so she does look a little bit more grown up. But to be fair, I do see her as a little bit more grown up. I absolutely adore her white hair. This is what I wanted to do ages ago, but I couldn't when she was younger, so I was desperate to do this for like so long already. But let me show you her outfits. I think that they will change. I will probably make them a little bit more grown up, but this one is when she's feeling a little bit more dramatic, if the previous one wasn't it already. But let me just show you all of her other outfits. She's mostly just wearing white, like long white like robes and dresses. I think I talked about that before, that I want to make her quite like ghosty and just like flowy. And basically, if you saw her in the dark, in like an end of a dark hallway, if you saw her, you would think this is it for me. This is my end. This is death herself. So that's that's kind of the vibe that I wanted to have for her. But obviously for like more white, for like that ghosty vibe. She is half vampire, don't forget, but she doesn't really have those traits to her that much. But she does still have that like vampire-esque fashion, but it's just really light. So that's basically what she's looking like. Now when it comes to her traits and stuff, you already know that she's gloomy and an occult enthusiast, but she also got quite a few when she aged up. So she has high self-esteem, which is amazing. She's a top-notch infant, has witnessed the occult. I mean, she basically is a cult, isn't she? She apparently has a voice to remember, which is interesting. Paranormal investigator, we knew that already, but she is a romantic, independent, and asexual. She doesn't really care for romance whatsoever. She's not interested in any of those things. She's just keeping to what she's interested in, and that's completely fine. She also doesn't really like logic that much. She's indifferent to being romantically exclusive, which makes sense considering her aromantic asexual thing going on. But she does have a fear of disappointing her parents, which is really fascinating. She does have a bit of a strange relationship to her mother, and her father did leave, so you know, I kind of see where this is coming from. But she's also a high school dropout. I had her drop out of high school because I don't think that a kid like this would fit in very well, and she necessarily doesn't need normal human school. She has other things that she's keeping herself busy with and learning about, so I feel like dropping out of school is probably the best choice for her. But I did update her room a tiny bit as well to look a little bit more grown up, and I also gave her a gemology table that Ginevra used to use, so she could pick that up as a hobby, because I feel like crystals would be sort of her vibe. So this is what her room is looking like. It's still pretty similar, it's just like a little bit more grown up, but to be fair, we didn't really have that much money, so I couldn't do too much for it. Oh, and she's actually on her way to check on Vladdy by herself. She wants to go more on Vladdy. Well, we can leave like a little, oh, you can't leave Sugar Skull offering, but this is something that I want to keep her busy with as well. But okay, you just do that, chill with the graves and ghosts and whatnot. This is definitely your vibe, so just enjoy it. But Ginevra is upstairs taking care of the little babies, and where are the babies? One's getting his diaper changed, but where's the other baby? Why did you just leave her here? Okay, we need to take care of that real quick, but then we have to head to Solani to actually start being like productive, because things are getting kind of intense. So as soon as all of this is finished here, we need to take care of the babies. Oh, Lillith, actually, since you are done, we might as well have you be employed with this and change Polaris's diaper. I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't have her drop out of school so she would just take care of her siblings and be at home all day. That's definitely not the intention, but it is helping quite a lot, especially when Ginevra has so much on her plate, so I really appreciate this help. Look at this, fun for the whole family. We love to see it. It's actually for the first time ever like a functional little cute family. I actually really adore that. But unfortunately I will have to break it up because Ginevra really has to go to Solani right now. We're even getting a message from Lana. Do you want to hang out tonight? Definitely not at a nightclub, but I see that Lana is inviting Ginevra over, so we are definitely going there. Well, we made it. Mariana's here already. She's terrified. Everyone's kind of terrified as soon as Ginevra comes over except Lana, so I feel like the other two mermaids still haven't quite accepted her. Oh, Mentina is calling. Oh, we just told her to go hang out with someone. Okay, that's fine. Well, you just enjoy your life then. Oh, right. I kind of forgot that Ginevra developed a bit of a thing for Mentina. Definitely not something on the agenda for today, but I should probably remember that. So yeah, okay. Nice talking to to you, but we can talk to you a bit at some point a bit later. But look how scared Mariana is. Okay, let's just leave her alone. Let's just leave her alone, go knock on the door, and I see that Lana is swimming in their pool already, so we need to go join her and talk. Leave Mariana out of it? Oh my gosh, why is she so scared? As soon as Ginevra walked away from her, she's completely fine. That's actually so bizarre. Well, anyway, made it to the house, so let's go talk to Lana. You definitely are still in the pool, you're really enjoying your time. Mariana just ran from Ginevra. That's so interesting. Well, let's just call Lana to us then, leave Mariana alone for a bit, because she obviously needs to rest from this interaction. Alright, we're sitting down with Lana, and she's explaining the reason why she invited us over today, and that's because she finally realized that she actually has to tell Ginevra a little bit more about what's going on. She kind of knows already at this point. Oh my gosh, what do you want? No, we're not going on a reality show. We definitely cannot have us be filmed while everything is going on. Again, ironic because I'm recording everything, but still. So no. Just stay away with your cameras, with everything. No. But anyway, Lana is explaining that yes, we know that we are probably going to go into like a confrontation with someone, but we still don't really know what's happening. We know that it's hurting her crystal, her powers, and basically the whole of Solani, but how? Why? What's actually happening? So we need a bit of a backstory for that, and Lana is explaining that this is just one mermaid gone wild, essentially. She's mermaid, siren, whatever she is at this point. Things have just gone horribly wrong when it comes to her because she kind of did things her own way, which she shouldn't have done. She's explaining that this person was her friend before she even turned into a mermaid. They were friends for a while before Lana even moved to Solani, and this girl was Solani local, so she knew all about mermaids, and she was really obsessed with the idea. And when Lana actually naturally started turning into a mermaid, this friend became horribly jealous, and she just tried to force it to turn herself, but that's really not how it works. And that friend in question is Melia Malaya. Wait, what? That's so similar. Why did I name her that? That's so silly. Oh my god. Still, Melia. This is her. This is the friend that Lana was talking about, and as I said, they were friends before Lana even moved to Solani because she wasn't from here originally, but Melia was, so she knew about mermaids, all of the locals know, and she was always obsessed with the idea. So when Lana started changing a bit later in her life than typical mermaids do, she was just so absolutely enraged. How could this random person be turning into a mermaid? Well, she's a local, she deserves it, and she can't get it. So she went and she tried to do it, but the cave where Ginevra actually changed, it didn't produce a kelp for her. She was just not deemed worthy, so she did it basically artificially, and that's where things can go wrong and it just turns you evil. So she became an evil mermaid, basically a siren, whatever you want to call it, but her power was weakened because of that, and she basically stole Lana's crystal because Lana didn't know that she couldn't trust her, so she stole her crystal to make her power bigger. Who knows what's happening with her right now because she's gone kind of completely out of control. No one really knows what her power is like now, but it is starting to affect everyone, and Lana is feeling betrayed and hurt. They're enemies. It's a really messed up situation. So that's basically it. We need to be sorting her out to see what's happening with everything and if we can reverse it somehow. Since Lana does still care for Malaya, she is, you know, her friend. She used to be her friend. Oh, does Mariana want to hear the story? She knows everything, but still. She doesn't really want to go into conflict. It's kind of like a last resort if it needs to happen. Oh my gosh, everyone's coming here. Do you need to hear this? I mean, I guess that you do. But she's thinking she wants to avoid conflict somehow, and maybe they kind of want to go to her house to kind of snoop, or maybe they can just find her crystal lying around. It is a bit of a stretch, but you never know. Ginevra doesn't seem like it's a possibility, but she's saying, I'm kind of feeling, why don't we all go there together? It's 4 of us. We should be able to be safe and everything, so maybe we should go to her house. I know that she's out of her house most of the day, so we should be safe. Oh my gosh, Lorelei does not want it, but I feel like going to her house and just kind of roaming around looking for things, maybe we can avoid conflict. Maybe she can just take her powers back and we'll be fine. So let's all go together to Melia's house. So it's gonna be Ginevra, Lana, Mariana, and Lorelei, who do seem a little bit concerned with the situation. I don't think that they're super comfortable going, but they really need to. It needs to be all 4 of us. Well, they made it to the house. It looks like Melia isn't home, so I think that they're good to enter. Lorelei does seem terrified, but we have to. So let's all approach the house together and actually just break in there there. Ginevra's gonna be the one doing it because it feels like she's the most qualified, but oh no, is everyone ditching her? Where's everyone going? That's actually scary. Okay, well, she's doing it from the inside. That's an interesting choice. Well, either way, it worked. We have a success. We entered the house. Let me just check. It does seem to be empty. No one's home. So let's go in together. We are all in the house. So I think that we should just start investigating, start snooping, looking for it wherever we can. So everyone's going to be looking in one room. So I'm going to send people upstairs as well. Lorelei can maybe take this room, and then Mariana can take this room upstairs as well. So hopefully there's a possibility that they might find a crystal by themselves and they can just take it and run with it. So everything can just be resolved an easy way. And of course that Malia is going to be upset when she finds out, but then she's going to be a less of a threat because the mermaids will have their powers fully back. They'll have more power than her, so it's not going to be a problem. We did find a secret of some sort, so maybe we can use it against her, but probably not. Let's see if the girls upstairs have some more luck. I don't think that Lorelei does, and neither does Mariana. Anything else that we could be looking for downstairs potentially? It doesn't really look like we have a lot to search. Everyone is still kind of roaming around and looking for things, doing some more snooping, but I am getting a little bit nervous because Lana did say that Malia is usually out of the house during the day, but it is starting to get a little bit dark, so maybe she comes back. We need to be super careful. So maybe we should all start heading out. Lana is coming, Ginevra is coming, but we're not leaving without Lorelei and Mariana. Everyone needs to gather here and then we can leave. Once we are assured that we're all safe, we're all here, then we're gonna go. Okay, Lorelei made it back. We need to go immediately because we only have 20 minutes. So I'm gonna stop this break-in and send them home immediately. They haven't found anything, unfortunately, though, so this wasn't really helpful, but at least we know that there is no escaping that conflict. Oh my god, not Ginevra having an attractiveness alert for Mariana. The one who's the most terrified of her, that's just messed up, and she's sitting next to her. But anyway, they made it back to the mermaid's home, and they are agreeing that, okay, they haven't found anything. That still means conflict, so that's definitely not ideal, but it is what it is. They also need a bit of hydration, so I'm gonna send them to go and swim around together because they've been out of the ocean like all day, so they might as well do a bit of swimming, try to relax, and maybe spending all this time together, especially around Ginevra, who still has her fresh powers, would be beneficial. So I'm gonna have Ginevra swim around with them for a little while, and hopefully that's gonna be helping them. But I also noticed a werewolf running all the way up there, which does make me wonder if maybe we should try out Ginevra's power of elevation. Well, maybe that's actually a bad idea. I don't think that we really want a werewolf loose in their house, but she's still swimming around. I think that all the other mermaids left already. They just can't really stay in the water for very long. It's getting worse and worse, but they are definitely having conversations together, making plans and whatnot. But Ginevra does need some extra hydration, especially because she actually is going to work for her paranormal investigator gig in less than an hour, so I have to have her swim around for that so she feels quite well and rested for it. Oh, there we go. She has to go to work. I'm gonna send her alone, which does just bring me home to be with Lilith, who's just enjoying her time on the PC. She is a bit of a night owl, so she's fully rested, and maybe she would want to work on her hobby. I'm looking at these crystals and thinking maybe she would want to get in on that, so I might as well purchase her like a lot of crystals so she has stuff to work with. And I don't think that Ginevra would really mind. I mean, it is a huge expense, but Ginevra likes crystals as well. She just doesn't really have time to deal with them as a hobby. I feel like she did enjoy it that brief time that she did it, but it was more of an obligation because of Lana. But Lilith definitely picked that up and noticed that she kind of is interested, so she might as well try it. Oh my gosh, that's most of the money. But Ginevra's at work now. She's gonna earn it back, so it's fine. It's just like a bit much, but okay, let's purchase all of those. But don't forget that we're still collecting all the crystals, so I'm gonna take all the ones that we still don't have here out of the inventory, which is honestly most of them, but that's fine by me because I want to collect them all. But I could have sworn that we had a lot more going on here. That's actually weird. I feel like most of them are missing somehow. Overall, that took a while to rearrange, but we have all of our crystals here that we didn't have, so it's an updated collection, which is also filling up quite nicely here. Remember, according to the rules, we have to finish this collection, so that's why I'm paying so much attention to it. But now I'm gonna have maybe Lilith go and cut some gemstones. She's gonna go for this spire shape and maybe for turquoise because she does really like blue crystals. Her room is all like blue and glowy, so I feel like this is really her vibe. How pretty that is, like so glowy and just like magical. It's just so pretty. Like, I'm so obsessed. Look at that. And her working on this. I love her vibe. Oh, and she just finished her first ever cut gemstone. That looks beautiful. It's excellent quality. And I put her new crystal right here on this shelf, so maybe we can try to fill it up with all of that. Hello? Why? Why did you put the babies like that? All crisscrossed. I don't think that they should be like that. Well, bless her, she's trying at least, so I gotta appreciate it to some extent. Ginevra is finally back from work, so we can continue working on everything. Oh, and she actually has a fear of a dead-end career. Interesting. I guess that she doesn't really want to deal with it too much, but she kind of has to. It's one of her duties. We should be continuing working because we need to work really hard. So I'm gonna have her read more of this book, maybe see if she can learn any new spells. Temperance Charm. This gives Kelpies and werewolves a heightened sense of self-control over their wild transformations. Okay, interesting. Good to know. But currently we don't really have any Kelpies or werewolves, so we don't really have to worry. Lunar Strike. Cast down a bolt of moon-charged lightning, dazing and entrancing anyone nearby. That's perfect for what we are actually studying up for, so I'm gonna definitely go for it. It's still quite early to go and send her to Solani, so I'm gonna have her do any spells that she can for a while. Maybe have her try to rank up her sorcery skill. Oh, it's only just on level 4. I don't think it's really going to be doable, so we'll at least try to do both of these spells and then we'll see if there's anything extra that we can do. She also does have this resolution to write a book for another 5 days, because she does have to write books according to the rules of the challenge. Don't forget, this challenge does have rules, but we don't really have time to deal with that because we have to read the books that we have. I believe that she has just learned this spell, so let's just do immediately this Temperance Charm as well, just so we kind of try to level up the skill, although we don't really need this spell. I mean, you never know, maybe we'll have some Kelpies, maybe we'll have some werewolves on our team. We haven't really encountered any though. And does she have any other ones that may be unlocked in the meantime? Not so much, but let's just kind of see. Love spell. Oh, humanity spell. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. And immortality incantation. Well, maybe we should actually try to work on these two, because I feel like these could actually be extremely important for us. And maybe even this one. I don't really know what they do, but they look really important. If things go wrong, she could help out the mermaids to stay safe. So she learned this spell as well. I'm gonna have her maybe go take care of herself because she obviously needs it, and then we'll head to Solani and try to, I think, practice at the cauldron some more, so we try to level up as much as possible because we're kind of still low on sea sorcery, but it does look really critical to up this as much as possible. Oh, this is interesting. Lorelei is texting Lillith about joining the protectors of Solani. Are we really getting that desperate? I really don't think that we should involve Lillith in this, but if we need some extra help, maybe, but it feels like it's a bit of a too dangerous mission to just involve this teenager. I feel like she would probably say, yeah, I'd love to, because we know what she's like. She would want to explore all of that stuff. But first of all, she's a teenager. I don't want her involved in all this danger. And also, I kind of feel sussed out giving Lillith any sort of power, so no thank you. I feel like Ginevra would be relatively mad if she found out that this just happened. I don't think that she really wants Lillith involved, especially when she's trying so hard. Is that not good enough? Look at her. She's just absolutely out of it from reading that book all the time. She just doesn't know anything else in the world currently. But alright, I think that she's ready, so let's go to Solani again. Oh no, Mariana's in front of the house again. Are we scaring her again? She literally ran away. But let's knock on the door. No, Flower Bunny, we really don't need you right now. But let's just knock on the door and ignore everyone for a bit because I want Ginevra to go and work on the cauldron for a little bit. So let's try to practice some brewing. Did the Flower Bunny just have to come here and watch me do this? I don't think that you should know anything about this. But anyway, let's just have you practice for a little while. Not really because I care about potions, but maybe they would be helpful. I just don't really think we have time to focus on it, but just because this is gonna bring her skill up a little bit, although it is going kind of slow, so I don't know about that. I don't think that she's gonna reach level 5 today. No way. The Flower Bunny's still here. Don't creep on me. Don't spy on me while I'm doing this. But I also see something kind of strange. I see this werewolf. Oh yeah, we have this werewolf running over. We saw him yesterday as well, and Ginevra actually wants to go talk to him. Oh, is this a bad idea? He's very angry as well. Should we mess with this? I don't think that we should. It looks like he knows the mermaids as well, because he did visit yesterday too, so maybe we should acknowledge him, say hi. Maybe you can do like a nice friendly introduction at the very least, because you are chatting, so might as well. But I am dead curious. I really want to try her power on him. I know that it's probably a bad thing, but let's try anyway. Oh, we can do this temperance charm actually, so he's gonna be a little bit more chill. Alright, let's see that. Maybe he's gonna feel a little bit better, because right now it looks like he's kind of struggling. So let's try that first and see if that's gonna do anything for him. Maybe he's gonna feel a little bit better. I think that he might. And oh, okay, let's see. That gave him like some immediate relief. Look, he's not feeling angry anymore. What if we just out of curiosity try to do some more magic on this guy and try the revelation hex? Now that he's calm and he's not going to be a problem, how about we try? And I invited all the other mermaids to see. Hopefully, I mean, they're all quite terrified, but hopefully it's not going to be a problem. And maybe we can try to practice our other powers on him. Although everyone is kind of running away, but let's see him transform. He doesn't look that upset, to be fair, so I think that we're okay. Oh no, Lorelei just had enough of it. Absolutely not. But let's all just come here together, and since we decided that he's our test subject, I think that we should try and continue. So Lana, how about you try your powers first? Oh no, he's taking photos. That's not good. Lana is trying out her powers. I'm gonna have Lorelei tries hers. She just made this guy pee himself. Oh no, that's kind of mean, isn't it? But you can airlift him. But Lana is doing a power burst as well. I'm gonna have Mariana try out doing some of her powers. Okay, we have a water burst, but we can also concentrate some heat, maybe to cheer him up a little bit, warm him up. And what can Ginevra do? Let's try Ginevra. What else can she do? Can she maybe unturn him from being a werewolf? Maybe a meager monsoon. Oh no, Mariana just did her power. We set him on fire. That was kind of an accident. Maybe the meager monsoon will put him out. Oh no, he's like full on fire. That's actually bad. That's actually bad. Can he die from this? I'm actually not sure. Oh, he's like full on fire. Alright, maybe we should extinguish him, because this was not the part of the plan. Everyone is freaking out now. Oh no. Okay, let's extinguish him, and then we'll work on everything. He has a fear of fire now, no wonder. But I want Lorelei to show off her powers now, because I think that her powers are really impressive. She can airlift someone. I definitely want to see that, so let's see her do that. Oh no, their kid is seeing everything. That's like really sad. But she's like full on lifting him in the air, this heavy wall. They're working really well as a team together. I mean, did they just gang up on this random werewolf? But they need to practice, so I think that this is a good thing. I'm gonna have maybe Mariana try just to do like a bit of a more chill power, something a little bit less. Maybe just heat him up a little bit. Well, Lana is doing her power, and I think that she's doing another water burst, and we're also heating him up. So we're kind of basically cooking this poor werewolf. But I think that the most important thing here would be to have Ginevra practice more. So what can Ginevra do? Let's see. She can do another temperance charm, maybe. Although he isn't currently feeling very angry, but that's kind of a surprise since we did so much to this poor guy. But one thing that I really want to try is have Ginevra try out her lunar strike power. So let's see how that is gonna go. Oh, the werewolf is straight up running away, I think. She is gonna try that on her mermaids. Oh no. Well, that looked really amazing. I kind of want to see it again, because that was just so interesting. She literally just struck that, but they're all running away. They don't really want anything to deal with it, but it looks like her powers are pretty strong then. Oh, it did actually affect him. He didn't have a chance to run, but I think that she's pretty powerful actually. If you look, all of the mermaids are actually feeling quite dazed, including the werewolf. He's moonstruck, and he has this from the lunar strike that Ginevra just threw. He feels fuzzy in the head from some very strange lightning, but doesn't the moon look beautiful? It's the day, buddy. I don't see the moon anywhere. But we did a lot to this guy, so I feel like we kind of work really well when it comes to teaming up and fighting. But the mermaids are absolutely exhausted after all this. We know that their powers are a little bit weak as well, so they couldn't do it for very long. And the werewolf has managed to escape from what we did to him. He was just an unfortunate victim in this experiment. But it's important to know that all of them have valuable powers, and if they team up and do it well, I think that we have a shot at doing this. So I'm gonna have Ginevra practice some more, because she's feeling still quite good about it, and she does need to practice a little bit more, because she does have interesting powers that she could technically be using. So we need to level up her sea sorcery a little bit more. But if you want to see how this fight goes, most likely in the next episode, hopefully Ginevra is going to be ready by then, but I feel like it's just inevitable at this point. You can click the next episode right here, and if the next episode is not out yet, here is something to watch while you wait. See you there!